Hold on to those horses. We're about to go take a sauna. Where's my library? There it is. Launcher. Wasn't this one of the first games I played on my 3070? Actually, I don't remember what that was. It was definitely something low res though. Right. Ooh. I'm trying to remember which ones we actually played. Because I think we... Oh, you know what? I think I went the wrong way. Until Big Light, Killer Bees, Go to a Moon, Neko Yume. Place Forbidden. I feel like we played Heartworm, and I think we played Orange County. We did. We played Dead Heat. So at some point I've gotten mixed up, and I don't know which ones I have and haven't played at this point. So we're just gonna have to use trial and error. But let's start with Satan's Sauna. I love the Karen mode. It's good, isn't it? Karen's the one character I was really good at in Street Fighter. Right, last time I did this it wouldn't mute the menu. Hopefully that works this time. Yeah, it did. Okay. I'll play it in a window. Grab that. See, last time I did this, and you can see the Unity border. It's fine. Right, Sauna 2000. If you weren't here last time, you're in for some shit, but we're gonna try and do this right. Cut wood, carry water from lake, warm the sauna, heat the bathing water, enjoy, drink beer responsibly. Okay, tell me what I'm doing.
Saunan lämmitykseen ennen kuin aurinko laskee.
Axe, where's my axe?
Mihinkähän sen kirveen tuuppasin?
Shit, that's not my axe. Where is my axe? That's the ash bucket. Good to know. It's like a speed run at this point. I'm losing a lot of time already. I can't find... In here?
Paskallahan tuota vois käydä. Heti saunan lämmitykseen ennen kuin aurinko laskee. Tuota vois käydä.
The axe randomly
Mihinkähän sen
spawns.
kirveen tuuppasin?
Well, I might have to restart this. Or am I blinding on it? Also, yeah, could tick. Don't be stuck on my fucking screen. It's just there forever now. I'm gonna restart it. I've lost too much time. And it's broken. Good stream. 10 out of 10.
Heti saunan lämmitykseen ennen kuin aurinko laskee.
There it is. Good RNG. Let's go. Good Sauna 2000
Joku sen pöllin
RNG.
kun hakkaisi saunapuiksi. Liian kiireellä. Parempi tähdätä hetkiä kerralla, perkele. Kerralla, perkele. Kerralla, perkele. Kerralla perkele!
Brent's giving me all the finished subtitles.
Sitten saunalle.
So what was that, Satan? Didn't hear that.
Sekunnissa. Päivällä pohjoisosassa 3-5 metriä sekunnissa. Illalla myös eteläosassa. Yöllä vähän voimistuvaa tuulta. Ajoittain vettä tai tihkua.
Vettä pitää kantaa ennen kuin tästä saunaa. Hyvä kun tsekkasin, pitääpä tyhjätä. Missä se tuhkaämpäri taas oli? Misähän se ämpäri haalla papihalla?
The subtitles are freaking out.
Mitäs Maire Leskijärveltä? Mitäs Maire tahtoo syksyiltaan radiosta kuuluvan?
Kyllä vettä pitää kantaa ennen kuin tästä saunaa alkaa. Tulitikut.
Kyllä.
Misähän nekin?
Lautajaskaa sulle voisin tässä soittaa.
Misähän se ämpäri nyt oli?
We gotta carry the water, right? Where do we get the water?
Saadaan sulle iltamielu.
Se pitää lähteä vettä nostamaan tuolta laiturin nokasta.
The subtitles are so screwed because I'm doing this in the entirely random order. We don't have time to stop and listen.
Kyllä toinen ämpärillinen tuonne varmaan mahtunee.
The Petor or whatever this guy's name is. We gotta go. Satan's busy.
No niin, nyt on vettä. Ja laiturin nokkaa vettä nostelemaan.
Let's go get the bucket at the pier. Let's do that. Toot in a hurry, better aim for a moment of
Se olikin
revenge.
siinä. Tästä tulee ihan tarpeeksi kuumaa kylpyvettä. Pelti auki, pelti auki.
Hatch open, hatch open. Here we go. Burn that shit. And burn that shit.
Kiuluu vettä, niin sitten on homma paketissa. Vittu jäi kaljet ja pyyhe autoon.
Ears and towel at the car. Hurry, it's getting dark.
Mitä vittua? Joku on jo nostanut ne autosta. 3 kaljaa viet. Kuka on vittu? Hyvä, että jätti lopun koria kuitenkin. No niin, nyt on saunakin lämmin. Sitten saunalle.
Where do I put the beers? Maybe in here. Yeah, okay.
Pitää paljastaa kaunis kroppani.
Oh, it's like a park ranger?
Sitten saunalle. Tämä on kunnon sauna. Löylyä.
Hey, we're having a fun sauna.
Sitten saunalle.
Is that right? Do I have to do this?
Löylyä lisää. Ei säätelä meni liikaa.
Literally, is that
Let me
Steve?
again.
Yeah, let me translate for you. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. It's quite hard.
Sitten saunalle.
I know what I'm doing. I don't know.
Ai saatana meni liikaa. Kyllä minä kestän.
I want a beer.
Kyllä on hyvä. Sitten saunalle.
You know what we need? Another beer.
Kyllä on hyvä. Löylyä sitten saunalle.
Täällähän on ihan helvetin kuuma.
Hi Satan!
Jaapa jaa.
guess I know where my
Täällä
beer
sitä
went.
saunotaan niinku viimeistä päivää. Oi minä? No mikä vittu sinä sitten oot? Sanoppa se. Hirmu homma oli tuo saunan lämmittäminen. Ja et kuitenkaan päässyt karkuun omaa päätäs. Lopeta tuo ressaaminen.
Sitten saunalle.
Niin. Mitäpä sillä väliä, kun selkeästikään. Tämä ei oo totta, koska Peru istuu lauteella pirtupullo käjeessä. Vettä tämä on. Henkihän täällä lähtis.
Oh, the sun's coming up pretty quick.
Jaa. Akkunasta näyttäis siltä, että loppu tulee.
Sitten saunalle.
Voi kuvittaa. No kyllähän se aika
No to the sauna.
jo näin.
Merry Christmas.
Koko alkurakenne meneekin tyhjää. Tuoneen apu.
Yeah, I have no idea what Satan's talking
Pareina
about.
kun luotu.
I figure he's just talking about
Tuossa nämä paskavat
his day.
kasassa. Parempi ottaa parempi.
It's not a sun, it's a bomb, right?
Paska pois. Kyllä sä jo.
Sitten saunalle.
Maybe he was telling us all about how mankind had finally pulled the trigger. Loudo game! I've got to turn that down. If any of our resident Finns have got a very loose and brief translation of that, that would be really cool. But I really like this game. That was the good ending, wouldn't you know? Sonic 2000, everyone! Great. Love it. Okay. Again, that was Moya Horror. I'd love to see more from them in the future. And if I'm going to click this follow button, it takes me to their page where they have in development Sonic 2000 and Amneon. And they are also on the Haunted PS1 Madvent calendar and on Chain, which is another collection I have for later, which is the chronological haunted anomalous interconnected narrative. So that should be really, really cool. They also have another game called Ashimeyama. I'm going to check their stuff out a little more, but if I click the follow button, does it follow them? Have I got to be logged in? I'm going to do that right now because I really like their work. Complete recapture to continue. Fuck you! Incorrect username or password. Fuck you! There we go. Click. Following. Very much. Okay, back. Sam was commenting on how much work it was to warm the sauna, hating that all of it wasn't real and that the end was coming. Oh, so it's saying like that you got really, you spent so much time warming up this sauna and all of this, but ultimately it was probably a bit of a wasted effort. Well, anyway, I love that game. It's great. That's a standout for me. Yes, basically. Okay, cool. Did we play Erasure? I actually can't remember. I'm only gonna know after I kind of look at these a little bit more. I don't think we did. He went out having a nice sauna. Yeah, it wasn't a waste of time. This is by Sam Dick. One-man team. Or one-lady team, who knows. Erasure. Like the band. Sweet dreams are made of this. Was that them or was that someone else? What song did they do? No, that was by someone else, wasn't it? That's Eurythmics. That's right. That's right. I've got to look up Erasure now and remember what song it was that I actually remember. Because I know like a little respect. I swear there was a different track. Like, oh fuck it. Never mind. Drinking alcohol in a sauna is a bad idea and Finn's do it a lot. He's saying that because he's just having some water. Oh, right. He was saying that he's just having some water because drinking a bottle of booze would be the death of you. Right, okay. It's nice of him to be looking out for us, because if we don't drink the booze or make the sauna, he just, like, murders us with an axe and sends us to the Bovins. Okay, this does not lock my mouse. Created a dog and reanimated it. Great. It's always a gets moody when one of you has to come in. Battery doesn't like what I've done to it. Oh fuck, you can't see it. Sorry, my bad. This time was my fault. I'm gonna reset the game because I forgot to show you what was going on. I was reading the chat and I got confused. So I am playing this in 4K, so the dialogue box is really tiny in the corner when that pops up, but I'll read it out for you. Photosensitivity warning. By the way. So here we are in the Shapes world. It did work. I updated it again this morning, and now it works. Be gone, bot! Purge. Right. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna just rebalance this audio ever so slightly. There we go. Right, here we are. Woof. Thanks for fixing my dog. It always gets moody when one of you has to come in. That or it doesn't like what I've done to it. Whatever. Whatever! You can go now. Leave? Disconnected by user. Oh, we're in cyberspace. Okay. Thank you for doing the ban pastry. Why are those guys like those bots have been like super rampant in the last couple of months, more so than ever before. It's like they're, I don't know what they're about. Cyberpunk on the PS4 footage. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but there was a patch yesterday for PC, and it seems to have helped quite a bit, the performance. I think it was an RTX thing. But I didn't read the patch notes. I can go home in a few more hours. Okay. I can just walk through that wall, that's fine. User deceased. User abusing safety protocol. I don't have an F14. Okay. Sony are offering refunds on the store version, which they never do. Oof. Oof. Pretty damning. They did that for No Man's Sky, actually, didn't they? At some point. Probably the last occurrence I remember. Entering simulation, establishing link to user neural interface. 2016, yeah, long time ago. Okay, so this is interesting. Neural interface disconnect, reset simulation, defrag data buffer, empty. Command, bioreclamation. I guess because they're dead, we just reclaim. But these people are being kept alive in a simulation, I want to say. And that one died. Sorry. Turn everything off. So that was floor, whatever floor that was. Floor 8. And on floor 14... we have something else to deal with. I forgot what the alarm said. Let's go find out. Give a little respect. Entering simulation. Find user. User declined link. Well, I think we've entered the meat dimension. That's right. Restraining user. Get the fuck out of my head. If I want to feel the limit in here, I can do it. So what difference does it make? What gives you the right to come into my sim and tell me what I can't do? I will defragment and delete all of this data. You're a wage slave fucko that can't handle any of this. User deceased. Huh. Did I forgot to turn the safety on when I went in there and now I'm like messed up? It's a different one. What do we got here? User deceased. I'm accidentally killing all these people. Entering simulation. Yeah, it's a bad day at work. Hi, Tuffle. You've had dreams like this? I'm jealous. Unable to connect. Let's find the user. Epilepsy warning. A little bit late, maybe. But I said that at the start of the stream. I'll have to say that at the start of all of these streams. Buffer overloaded. Disconnect. Override. Uh-oh. Bad times. Disconnect failed. Old mind. Connect. Oh, keep mousing out of the screen. New mind. Connect. Join. Or disconnect. Yeah, Cyberpunk didn't have that initially, did they? And they had to add it, which is baffling because you have to get it through first parties. So I don't know how that made it through TCRs. Let's connect with our new mind. User deceased. Old mind. User deceased. Join. Help me. They had it, but it was in the EULA. Yeah. And then they added a screen to the start of the game that's like fucking a quarter of a second long that has the disclaimer on it. Yeah, they should. There's a lot of strobing effects in that game at various points. A lot of it is quite integral to the look and feel, but it should still have the option to turn that off, especially if you suffer from photosensitive epilepsy. You know, it would be a real problem to not be able to play that. Right, well that was really cool. Also DNCA probably, so I'm gonna back out of that. That was Erasure. Snowy Castle we did. Filth Breed we did not do. By Borgia Zarosa. Or Borgia. I don't know how you say that, I'm sorry. I might have opened it twice by accident. Just now I did. Filth Breed. Brain dancing's mandatory, so it can't even be skipped past. Oh, you're talking? Was that like the thing that people were talking about? Because there's much worse stuff than the brain dancing for photosensitive epilepsy. Believe me. But yeah, I think it's when the headset flashes in front of you, right? Because that's when I was playing it. I got to that point and I was like, this is probably what was causing those problems. But yeah, even beyond that, there's other stuff in the game that could potentially trigger people. Tutorialize me. Yeah, let's go. Click to advance the slideshow narration. Use the arrow keys to move and the mouse to look around. Oh, why arrow keys? Why do I have to do that? Why not WASD? Once you find a firearm, scroll up on the mouse wheel to draw it and shoot. You can't interact with objects in your surroundings if you're ready to open fire. Scroll down to holster. The nightclubs are bad too, but the brain dance stuff is red and white flashing lights that are almost exactly the same patterns doctors use to force you to have a seizure. Wow. What amazes me is that, like, we have tools, right? We have a tool that we run, and you play the game and it says, no, this is bad, you can't have this. One example is there was a nightclub mission. Some of us, yeah, I wasn't on that one, but the other team did for Division 2. And there were things, no, it wasn't nightclub. I'm thinking of, even before that, there was a museum, and having stairs that you could see through with slats going past a certain part of the lighting on the screen set that program off and said, no, you can't do that. So we had to put blockers behind the stairs. So, I don't know, did they not have a tool? Or did they just not use it? But even so, TRCs, come on, man. Anyway, I won't go too much into that. That's all over the internet if you want to read about it. Yeah. It's pretty nasty. Homeless shelters all across the state have reported the disappearance of several people in the past few months. Investigators are pointing to Michigan truck driver Louis Burton as a prime suspect. Having a well-documented track record of smuggling cocaine across the border, he too is nowhere to be found. His former partner has confirmed Burton's involvement in the case, but remains adamant that he's not absconding. According to his testimony, Burton's been recruited by a local cult. Is it called Stars? And held captive in an unknown location. Well, these claims have yet to be verified. A transport truck matching that of the suspect has been located next to a warehouse, blah blah blah. Higher-ups remain skeptical. Go search the area, get some evidence. I don't know how long this one will be, but I'll give it like 10 minutes. Barry. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Ah, yes, here we go. So, this isn't me being... Oh, God. You turn back straight away and tell your superior you found nothing. Good! Your quick return and short report raises some eyebrows in the office, but nobody was buying that cult nonsense anyway. You feel like an absolute coward and quit the force shortly after. Oh, shit. Thank you for playing. You got ending 1, ultimate worse. Sweet. I also skipped some of that dialogue by accident because of my fucking right hand doing that finger twitching that it does. Stupid nerves. So I was going to say that this isn't a slight on the game because a lot of these textures are probably borrowed from other places. But there's this thing in art, you gotta give the eye somewhere to rest, right? You can't just be full noise all the time, but that's exactly... I'm bringing that up because it's something that I've mentioned maybe once before, but this is a perfect example of it. Look at this. There's so many scratches, so much rust. There's like mottled grease all over the floor, on top of all of the wood grain, and here we've got the same thing, and here it's too much. This panel, more like it. That's, if I'm looking at this scene, the one place my eyes are going is there, because that's the least noisy place. And that's like environment art 101. When you start making big, stupid, crazy environments, knowing where to put your rest. You got the menu again, I know, that's fine. Right. I didn't know that time. Right. So yeah. I'll say all that again. Noise. Too much noise. Too much scratch. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying that everything, like, this is covered in grease. This is noisy. This is noisy. When I look at this room, the only thing I'm looking at is this white panel in the middle. And that's the sort of thing that you have to look out for when you're making big environments, because if everything's super noisy all the time, you can't see anything. In this case, I'm looking at the darkest spot because it's the least bad spot. And this grime on the screen too, yeah, that grime is way too opaque. But as I said, these are probably borrowed textures, so I'm not gonna blame that on the developer of this piece. It's just a fun thing I wanted to point out. However, what do we got? You are right, Sally. We should never have trusted these crazy fucks. They keep us all down here on the dark, trapped like cattle. We're just animals to them. Some of them are even starting to act the part. As this Lucas guy walks on all fours and bites you when you're sleeping. I miss you, Sally. I miss the gang back home. I miss fucking Brightmoor. I heard them chanting again. It's time. You didn't see the grime and now you can't see it. You're going to see it in every game you ever play now. So you can thank me later. It's like when someone does a HD texture repack of like Minecraft and all the textures are high detail, super high detail, but together they don't look right. Exactly. I hate those, to be honest, because I go on like... By the way, I really like the controls and the little sound effects. Those are great. And yeah, it's a nice camera speed. The previous games I played were like but that is good. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, those Minecraft things, I look at them on YouTube and people are like, wow, it's so realistic and pretty. I'm like, it's not pretty, it's fucking horrific to look at. It's just like so noisy and horrible. I have a texture pack that I go to without fail. Now there are a couple of HD ones that work really well with shaders and you can make some very interesting looks. They're not all bad. But what I find is better for me is like reducing the noise even more from base. I don't like base Minecraft textures. I think they're too noisy as well. So I have a pack that I go to called Summerfields. That's one of the earlier packs that got made back in like 1.0. And they've been updating it pretty much ever since, and it's really soft. It's I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's a lot softer than the normal ones, and it's just really good looking. And so it's like the first thing I do when I install Minecraft is get Summerfields. And yes, I can check out the RTX version now, and I will at some point if I have it. Because I think it might only be on Bedrock, and I don't want to have to pay like 30 quid just to play Bedrock Edition, because I don't really like it, other than the exploration aspect, which is okay, I guess. I took the gun right out of his pocket, and the idiot didn't even flinch. If only I'd had the balls to do it before. It's too late for me now. Whoever's reading this, I pray you can make better use of it. I just don't bother aiming for the head. Or just don't bother aiming for the head. I've seen these freaks last well over a week without it. Ah, there's no weak points. You remember shopping at Summerfields? I never bought from Summerfields. Tell a lie. We had a Summerfields. It was a... I'm going back. It was one of the last Summerfields that I could think of that existed because it was a franchise. And we're going back like nearly 10 years. Probably like 8 years, 9 years. To when I first moved into my old house, and the corner shop was a Summerfields, and it was real bad, and it got bought out and turned into, I think, a cost cutter, and over time the stock got lower and lower, and yeah, it was bad. It was a bad time. So what basically happened is they had this stock of like local butchers products, but they'd been stocking this stuff for a while, and they hadn't been paying for it. It was one of those like, oh, we'll pay for you stuff eventually. We'll just sell it in our shop and then we'll pay you back, sort of thing. But we could see that shop was going down the toilet. Now I know about this butcher stuff because I lived with a guy whose uncle, I believe, owned the butcher, or it was like his mum's boyfriend or something. So at one time they just went in and reclaimed all the stock and just walked out with it. And I remember we were in that shop and we were talking to the girl who was working there, and we were like, yeah, you should start looking for another job because this place is going to be gone in 3 weeks. Probably. And lo and behold, it was closed in about 3 weeks. So I hope they did okay. But apparently they were trying to get the money and run. Like take what money they had and just leave. Oh, ammo is scarce. I'll give it a couple more minutes. I think you get the idea. I could probably play through this whole thing if I wanted to, but there's more things to look at. And time is short today. Every time I wake up there are roaches in my mouth. Are they getting in? Are they coming out? Clever little buggers pulling out my teeth, laying eggs under my tongue so I can't chew and spit. Every time I wake up there are roaches in my mouth. Etc. I want to get in this door. What time is it? What day is it? It all just blends together after a while. I can't even tell dreams from reality anymore. No matter if I open or close my eyes, it's only this pitch black shroud around me. What's worse is the things I do here. I wish I didn't. There are crawling hands and feet all over the ceiling, and they can't be all mine. No. I remember Quick Save, because Quick Save had they had their own brand stuff called No Frills, and it was literally like black and white paper packaging. It just said No Frills on it. It was just like, no frills, soap. There's a big face in here. Ah, shit. That was my last clip. Sorry, I was looking at that big face and I was rudely interrupted. So is this the point where I go back and I tell the other police that, okay, so there is some shit going down here, but I'm not entirely sure how to explain it. There's a big face. Don't go in guns blazing. Fuck yourself. I mean, I have to shoot the things. It's like Resident Evil 6 all over again. Ammo is super scarce, you can't go in guns blazing. Now here's a section where 1,000 enemies come at you and you're not allowed to leave until you kill them all. Let's not mention that game again today. Oh, the door's opened. And now there's... Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah. Seems like a good time to make our way back to the entrance, which will probably be blocked somehow. No, it's still here. We could just leave. Having said that, I forgot that you can't investigate while your gun's out, so maybe I should check on that big face. Did I leave that? Give a little respect. No, it's a different game, isn't it? Yeah, this. Can I look at this? No? Okay. Maybe if I go back to Big Face. It's a whole lot of fun. Prizes to be won. Can't even... Nothing to say about that. Okay. Oh. Just a little longer. Sacred book. What language is that? They've got a drinks machine. Oh. Jesus, no doubt this is the guy. His gut is burst open and full of maggots, but the body shows no signs of rotting yet. Were they nesting inside of him? Is this the big face room? There's big roaches in here. Well. Got enough to kill one more of them thingies. At this point, I found the dude, I might as well just go. You block the old iron door and take a moment to bask in the sun, out of reach of those creatures. Back at the station, you debrief your superior on everything you found. You don't even bother trying not to sound crazy. After the moment of awkward silence, he finally congratulates you for the good work. He then suggests you take a couple-day break. You go home and try your best to get some sleep. Come morning, you wake up to news of a fire at the warehouse. The place went up in flames well before a team could be dispatched to check your findings. It's all gone. 12 bodies have been recovered so far, but police are hesitant to identify them as human. They're hard and hollow, like band-shaped chitin shells. Well, it was very functional and it was pretty cool, so both of those are good things. Right, I was gonna go for like 2.5, but I'm gonna actually stop very soon because I want some time to go and get some food before Peach Girl at 3 PM in an hour and 10 minutes in the metro. Egg! Oh, sorry, Sugar. I just noticed you there. How are you doing? Doing alright. Thanks for asking. Just watch Erasure's version of ABBA's Take a Chance on Me. I see. Dread Delusion? Did we do that one? Oh no, this one's super cool and it needs more time than I can give it right now. I know what this is. We'll come back to it. We did OC, we did Heartworm, we did Dead Heat. Gosh, there's a lot, isn't there? Did we do Until Big Light? We did not. A Place Forbidden. We'll do this one. This is Connor Walsh, whose name I've seen before on some of these games in the other collection. It's actually in Germany, 3 PM. Ah, well. No, it's 2 PM here now, so that does make sense. It's Resident Evil looking-ish. It does, doesn't it? It's got proper settings menu and everything. Oh yeah. Thank you, fam. We're in the Library of Ouroboros. Where there are sacred books with knowledge and power and all that stuff. Oh, look at the presentation. So I was saying it has a settings menu. That was nice. I realise I've done that a few times today. It's because every time you click on one of those games it opens in a new window in the background and then I have to manually press the button again to recapture it. But yes, this is very nice. So we're in the library now. What do we do? Ooh, you can look at stuff like in Shenmue. The store is immobile. I can only imagine what strange arcane secrets lie behind its varnished surface. Books on philosophy, history, and a few stray encyclopedias not useful. A few volumes stand out on math and physics, but the rest are from more obscure winds of science. Interesting, but not what I'm looking for. Horror novels, how droll. Science fiction, fantasy, stray romance, what's this? Transcript. I've been having these nightmares, Doctor. I'm alone, but I don't feel alone, not like I should. Rather, there's no one with me, but that's not to say there's nothing around. It's difficult to explain, but it is an uncomfortable feeling. Something drones low in the background all the while. I can hear snatches of whispers, but only just barely, like something is conversing with me just out of my range of hearing. Just as something is watching just out of my sight range. Everything's too still. It's wrong. I don't remember how I got there, and I can't figure out how to leave. Everything is all hallways upon hallways, shelves of books that look like they've never been opened. Almost all of them are still, and yet I get a feeling like I mustn't open any of them whatever I do. There's a pull toward them, of course, the sense that I will learn more than I could ever hope to on Earth. But there's a danger, a vague, creeping danger, the feeling that something is very, very interested in every move I make. Who or what it might be, I don't know. I don't know if it wants to bring me in or if it wants me to leave. How does it end? Well, as I imagined, there's no real way to escape. Every place I go to leads to more rooms, but eventually after a time, I don't really hear them so much as feel them. Look no further, look no further, look no further, and then I wake, and every time I feel farther from this world. To be honest, Doctor, I hope it's all in my imagination. I hope I'm afflicted with some kind of mania, because a place like that can't exist, shouldn't exist, and if it does, then I can only hope that no one else would be so unfortunate as to visit it. Yes, it's a cool mix. Well done to this person for using text you can actually read, hooray! Yeah, all that other stuff, because I was playing it in 4K, it wasn't scaling the pages up, so all the text was really tiny. This is doing a good job. It feels really smooth as well. The camera control's lovely. Responsive. Almanacs. Useless. Oh. A partial history of the library. Okay. Minister's Doom. I'm not going to read all these. I'm going to skip through. This feels like a game that I would have to spend more time on. And because this is a demo, I wonder if it's worth doing that when it's complete. Nevertheless, let's just go through a little bit. Why would I leave? I've only just arrived. Locked. Damn. Let's see if we can find something of use. Biographies. I've heard of none of these people. Okay, maybe I actually have to read these. Oh, interesting. Interesting. On the Founder, they came to the domain of blank canvas in the cosmos from places unknown and old as time. They have existed longer than man, longer than the sentient stones of Ur, longer than the cosmic force that has run through all things. Where did it has come from? How do we do this? They have always been. They saw the ruin that coursed through the universe, the constant in and out flux of entropy, and with entropy went items of worth, and it was that worth that they sought to salvage, not things, ideas, thoughts, power, intangible. Through the years they reached, for their powers were immense. Through aeons they snatched up secrets dark and light, but it wasn't long before it all became too much, even for those ancient. The remaining pages have been torn out of this book. In their place is a single piece of lined paper, with an untidy scroll standing upon it in red ink. The key to go further could have been deciphered from the last word in each of these books, but I tore them out. I couldn't let anyone else go any deeper. Sorry, but trust me, it's better this way. As you close the book, you make out a single word scratched, not written, into the inner cover. Your predecessor must have missed it, or else it was made after the note was placed. Telephone. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. From all our staff, welcome, we're glad you're here. As we're sure you're aware, the Library of Ouroboros is located in a picturesque part of Britain atop a grassy knoll east of Sussex. Many rural townships, obviously bereft of their own libraries, refer their villagers to the library. It is beloved by all. We hope you'll take your time pursuing... I thought it was like some extra-dimensional library. It's in fucking Sussex. We hope you'll take your time pursuing our vast stores of literature, non-fiction, fiction, occult knowledge, cursed knowledge, words to melt the eyes of anyone who reads them, psalms of murder, and otherwise. You'll certainly have time enough, Bernard. You'll certainly have time enough. Sorry, this is England. Bernard. Bernard. Is that a real phone or a phony phone? I don't know, but we got a key. Bernard. No, is Bernard the American way of saying Bernard? I remember it from that film with the mice. The library wasn't in England. I found it in the German city of Ulberg. Sorry, I wasn't reading. Such a small, unassuming front, as if looking so plain it might hide from the rest of the world. So this library moves. And I hear footsteps. Greek mythology. Something else I can't read. Unfortunate side effect of the shader, but I don't think it matters. You're an avid reader, aren't you, Bernard? Bernard! You can't read these books, but don't fret, they'll pave your road to new knowledge. If you're stuck, think of yourself like a cataloguer or a librarian. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? The case toward the windows seems as good a place as any to start. Let's mainline it. A frigid scene. There was no fog outside earlier. I can't pick up just any book. There must be something that I'm missing. Index cards. Four. 6, 5, 3. Picked up brass key. Alright, what's this for? I go now, but it's fun to be here. Bye. Good to see you, Shiggy. Have a good one. It's dark now. Screwdriver get. It's a really good way to hide the fact that you're using like very, very realistic textures as well. Like some of which might not work. Like in the last game. They might not all be built in the same style, but you just cover it up, just blur everything. I've never felt threatened by a chair before. That looks really comfy. I want to sit there. Oh, you can open these. That's easy. Why am I still like... Even to this day and age, ever since Shenmue, I've been fascinated by the idea that you can open drawers in video games. I don't know why that still impresses me. It really shouldn't. I'm just like, wow, you can open the... Oh, yeah, it's like real life. You could leave one open and have a hilarious office safety accident video, the classic. I did it, that's right. Let's just get rid of this. Anyway, I think Satan might be here, so... How is this possible? Oh! Rooms. Neat. We go to the sauna now, I think. I would definitely play Librarian Simulator, by the way. I wanted to be a librarian for many years. Unfortunately, little did I know that by the time I was an adult, such jobs would be very, very different from how they used to be, and many of them would be gone. You'll regret it. Who's this bony lad? In Shenmue, he's used effectively twice. Yeah, that's right. You spend like 9 hours in your house, looking through all the drawers, and like there were batteries in one of the drawers in your house, and then that was it.
Your mind is small. Your mind is fragile. A tiny fissure here, a little force there. No more Bernard.
Bernard?
We could make you a shambling husk. Make you walk these halls forever.
I think I like that.
But we see your curiosity, your potential. We have something more in mind for you. We think you'll like it.
Thank you for visiting our library. Yeah, I like it. Really, really well presented and intriguing as well. But he's a very kind demon man. We think you'll love this. Have a gift. Yeah. However, I'm going to finish my stream there. I know it's only 2 hours. I normally do 3, but we do have Peach Girl in an hour's time, and I haven't eaten yet, so it will be a bit shorter today. However, I'll be back on Wednesday with I don't know what. It could be anything. It could be Yakuza. It could be some shit. And y'all don't forget to check out Cowardly Pastry at 5 in... What time is it now? 2. In 3 hours' time. For Dead by Daylight. Oh. So, without further ado, I've been Illogicoma. You've been a wonderful audience. Have a great Sunday, everyone. And I'll see the rest of you who are going to be there in the metro in about an hour. Well, I say an hour. I'll be in there about half an hour early watching stupid shit, probably, so... Goodbye, everyone! Goodbye!